Hi, welcome to the Life After podcast, where we talk about moving from surviving to thriving. Everyone deserves a great life, and this podcast is for anyone who wants to learn, grow, and to get tips and tricks about how to inspire you to become the person you want to be, and to ultimately get exactly what you want in life. This is also the place to be if you want to be lifted up and encouraged to go out and do great work in the world. What has happened to you in your past does not have to define who you are today or who you become in the future. And in fact, what has happened to you in the past should, can, and will shape exactly who you want to be. This podcast is about healing and change and inspiration and love. It's about bringing people together, connecting all of you, helping you identify where you are in your process. What do you need to feel more engaged and alive in your life? More connected to the people in your circle? What would help you identify how you show up and make changes in your life if it isn't already exactly the way you want it to be? This podcast is a community of those who are looking to improve our world in the way that is meaningful to them. Why is this important? Because we are at a time when how we show up really matters. Bringing more service, kindness, and love into the world is critical right now. Our quote for this episode is, "Mindset, habits, and routines are the building blocks for success towards your goals." And that's by Robyn Conely Downs. In this episode, we are going to talk about the benefits of having a routine. I know this topic is often seen as incredibly boring and rote, ironically, which seems like it should be the root word of routine. This episode is also going to be quite practical and should help you become more productive to accomplish all those goals and dreams you want to achieve. Everyone knows the story of Steve Jobs, his routine of wearing the same clothes every day, because basically he said that the time spent not having to think about what to wear saved him mental energy that he knew he'd want and need in other ways. While this position may seem a little extreme to some people, routine is incredibly important, albeit somewhat boring, which is why I think people tend to resist having a routine. However, routines create structure and set the habits needed to reach your goals. It is also good for your mental health, improves your sleep, and helps you feel more in control. Another of the benefits of keeping a routine is that it allows you to organize the inevitable chaos of life. It means that you already know what you are going to do each and every day. Once you are finished with a task, you already know what is next on your schedule. This saves you the mental energy of having to decide which of the many things you have to do will be next, and allows you to prioritize in advance the most important items to be handled. This structure also provides direction in your life, enabling you to act instead of standing still because of a lack of direction or decision paralysis. The coherence of an ordered life also lays the groundwork for the pursuit of larger goals, and thus the equally important aspects of purpose and significance. Finally, a solid routine always includes breaks and downtime. For those of you that know me well and have seen my calendar, you know that I hold on to the illusion that I can get more done in a day than most. In reality, I think I'm able to do that because I keep a schedule and routine that I work really hard at to stay on track. The productivity coaches at the Life Hack Method say you can get about 10 tasks done in any given day. One big thing, 2 or 3 medium things, and 4 or 5 little tasks. If you're interested in learning more about Life Hack Method, they have a lot of videos on YouTube and Facebook that you could check out. While I've tested this out and find it's generally true, I also find that when I keep a routine and schedule, I can be more productive. Keeping a routine and schedule will definitely help you keep that productivity up and will make it easier to stay on track while you're working towards your goals. When you want to make changes in your life, this is vital. Next, be sure to time block. This is a very popular productivity and scheduling tool. Setting a specific amount of time to accomplish a task can be very helpful. While I was in graduate school, I found time blocking to be incredibly beneficial in allowing me to stick to my schedule and get all of my assignments done. Another benefit is that it promotes getting that task done in that specific amount of time. So, for example, I had a professor that told us that the assignments or tasks we have to get done will often take up as much time as we allow ourselves to spend on it. So his recommendation was to set the amount of time you choose to spend working on that specific task or assignment ahead of time, and then to just get it done in that amount of time. This actually really worked. And one trick I picked up from that practice is to set an alarm on your phone. Set the intention that you are going to accomplish that task within that amount of time and give it all of your focus and attention. It is a specific way to use time blocking by connecting that task or work you want to accomplish within the specific amount of time you can give to it and then stick to it. Any perfectionists out there? Ever heard the quote, "Done is better than perfect"? The time blocking concept helps you not get stuck in something having to be perfect. You get the task done in the amount of time you have allotted for it, and you're okay with it, and you are able then to move forward to the next thing that you need to accomplish. We only have so much mental energy in any given day. Keep in mind that getting enough sleep and taking care of yourself improves that mental energy. So as you work to hone your routine, know that the times of day that you are at your best are the best times to do your most challenging work. Then use the windows during the day where you are better served doing tasks that are less taxing. This also means that we can get decision fatigue. So plan your routine to include that element. Decision fatigue is the concept that you are only able to make so many decisions in any given day, and the more decisions you have to make, the faster this fatigue can set in. Once that happens, you'll have a much harder time making any decision. This links back to why Steve Jobs wore the same clothes every single day. He felt that it was one less decision he had to make, saving that energy for a more important decision. When you keep a routine, it allows you to set aside time, sometimes incorporating time blocking, to focus on your long-term goals. To accomplish something over time, you need consistent actions every day. And a routine increases your efficiency, providing more time to focus on those longer-term goals and dreams. Many of us have a tendency to focus on our to-do list, and we feel really accomplished when we get a lot done. However, a critical part of your routine is to remember the most important elements of our lives, like family, friends, and our health, which often get overlooked when we're busy. A routine leaves time to balance all of the equally important elements of your life, including rest, family, hobbies, and personal time. I invite you to think about your perfect week. This helps you to envision what is most important to you ahead of time and makes it more likely you will include time for those activities you want to do. Always be sure to put your big things first so you don't lose sight of them or lose any momentum you've created towards accomplishing that goal. You can do this by creating your perfect week on paper, and this is a really great exercise. A twist to this exercise is creating your perfect day instead of your perfect week. Now, you want it to be realistic, sustainable, and relevant to your life. Tailor your routine to fit your personality and style, the current circumstances you are handling, and maintaining the activities needed to accomplish your personal and professional goals. I find that there are several categories you may want to include in your regular perfect week routine. If you need help thinking about some of these categories to include, here are some ideas: fitness, mental health, learning, work, spirituality, your life as a parent, your intimate partner or spouse, friendships, hobbies, and personal finances. I know this list might seem like a lot of categories. However, it's really important to be aware of all of the areas of your life that you might incorporate into your perfect week. Feel free to add or remove any categories to personalize. Also, if you opt to create your perfect day instead, you may have more than one. By expanding the exercise, you might create a perfect day during the week of Monday through Friday and one for the weekend, or maybe a perfect day that represents your work and one for your personal life. Again, you can tailor this exercise to however it works best for you. It's important to remember that your perfect week can always change. For example, your perfect week now is different than it was pre-pandemic or maybe even a year ago. And remember that even routine superstars, those people who absolutely stick to and keep a solid schedule, are only hitting their perfect week about 80% of the time. Life happens, right? And you can't always anticipate what's going to creep up in your schedule. When you try out this exercise, gamify it. Research has shown that gamifying something increases your interest in it and can improve your results. Compete with yourself or find a partner or two and consider doing a 30-day challenge. You could always include a fun prize for the winner. Once you've done this exercise, the key is then to test it for a few weeks. Doing this is valuable because it allows you to identify what is really happening in your day-to-day life. Without knowing what you want, and then in this case, being able to compare what you want with what's actually happening, you'll have a harder time realizing those goals and dreams. Think about, how does your perfect week routine compare to an actual week? Where do you need to make adjustments? What are those adjustments? Do you need more focused time to move your projects forward? Do you need less Netflix? Sticking to a routine allows you to foster habits that match your goals and aspirations. While a routine helps you develop good habits that get you to your full potential, it also helps to get rid of bad habits that do not serve you well. Please reach out to me if you would like some additional support. If you'd like me to come speak to your organization, would like to have your school book me to speak to students, would like to be a guest on the show, or have any feedback you'd like to share. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to today's episode on routine. I hope you find the idea of a routine a little more interesting and are willing to lean in to checking out building your own perfect week or day. I appreciate you sharing these episodes. This podcast is a powerful resource for anyone that is looking to make change in their lives. So please, please, please help me grow by sharing and giving me 5-star reviews. There will be new episodes on the second and fourth Wednesday of every month. I promise that every episode I'm going to show up and be real and help you in your individual journey. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, I've included how to connect with me in the show notes. I'm always open to feedback, so please visit my website at locatecoaching.com to email me so I can more easily incorporate it into future podcasts. Here you will always find critically valuable information, resources, and relevant examples to help you change, heal, and grow. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a fantastic day.